Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 25 of Crusader Kings 2. As the King of Ferrara, we are now an independent king. We fought a war of independence against our liege, the King of Lombardy, so we're now independent, which will make some things a little bit more difficult going forwards, but we had to get out from underneath him because he was starting to realise that we were getting a little bit powerful, and that was causing some problems. Looks like our steward has screwed up and caused some local revolt risk while collecting taxes. That is fine. So what we're trying to do at the moment is, because we created our own kingdom, the kingdom did not inherit the crown law of our capital duchy. So what's actually happened now is we have reverted back from elective succession to agnatic cognatic gavel kind. Now we can't change that until we've been a ruler for 10 years. So hopefully, fingers crossed and touching wood, we need to survive until the 29th of August 896. If we can do that, then we will be able to go ahead and change that succession law again. We need to get everybody to like us is the other thing. Bishop owes us a favour. As you pass through the treasury, you stumble upon the bishop digging through the coffers. You must have been quiet, as he looks very surprised. So this is where the missing gold has gone. Let him go in exchange for a favour. Let's let him go in exchange for a favour. Now let's start looking at people within our realm, vassals, that we want to have like us. You don't like us, but we can go ahead and release you from prison. And some of these people we can sort of bribe and give gifts to and give titles to and things like that. So there are ways out of this. Like this guy. This guy only dislikes us a little bit. You've got a stewardship of 10. What's our current steward? 13. Yeah, so I don't really want to get rid of you. But you only dislike us by -3. So we could go ahead and give you an honorary title and make you like the Keeper of the Swans or something like that. We should be able to throw enough money at people. Anybody that we can't get to like us, we'll just try and bury them underneath a duke or something like that. So hopefully we'll be able to sort things out there. Or we could just use our Chancellor to try and suck up to them. That's not a bad idea. Let's go and start picking on the most powerful people in the realm. So you are the Count of Verona. And you really don't like me all that much. So let's go ahead and use the Chancellor to improve diplomatic relations in Verona. If we can get everybody liking us, by the time 896 comes around, we should be able to sort this out. We have another son, a son born to Glenn. I don't have... Oh, my list is over here. It got moved around. Having a bit of a rearrange at the moment because I'm just trying to get everything ready for the new PC. Hopefully when it's built. Try and get some space for that. Of course, I'm completely lost on the list now of who I have added and who I have not. So a couple of new ones for this month. We have Hardan. So let's go and put you in there. I've got another one available. There's another son that comes up as well. So because this is now into December, I'm sort of restarting the list again. Anyone that's currently in the game, I'll sort of skip out. But then when people die off, I'll be reusing names and stuff like that as well. We have spotted that white stag again. Do I think we're going to catch it? Nah, not really. We have lost our spy master. Any particular reason? Died a natural death. At the age of 48. Yeah, maybe you did. Not convinced. This is my queen. You are my next best spy master, apparently. You're also possessed and a drunkard. Excellent. Well, we can always get a new wife. So let's go ahead and stick you down studying technology in Thrake. Doesn't look like there's anything particularly nasty down there at the moment. But we'll go ahead and do that anyway. So what we could do, now we're making a fair bit of money, is we could go back and upgrade some more of the buildings again. So let's go ahead and have a look at our capital barony here. We could upgrade the barracks again, upgrade the stables. Not too bothered about the shipyard. Castle fortifications. I guess getting these castle fortifications are a little bit overdue. I don't want the ones in my own personal holdings, really. But yeah, castle fortifications I haven't really done. Castle walls is a good one to get, though. Because that gives you more taxation as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and get those done. We do hold more land than this, of course. Why are you owned by my kinswoman? I am your liege, though. That's a little bit weird. Okay, so that was completely the wrong thing to click on. I wanted this thing here. Castle fortifications. So yeah, let's get the fortifications. While we've got the money, let's go ahead and do it. We'll get the keep there, actually, because levy size and garrison size is always going to be important to us. 6.11k troops is not bad. 20% chance of us becoming brawny. And we didn't get it. That was a shame. Well, we've returned to court. We're still just. We're craven. But we're craven and cruel. But we're a genius hunter. And we're lustful and just. Hold a grand tournament. Yes. Let's go ahead and do that. Get some more prestige. As long as I'm not involved in it and I don't get, like, brutally killed, we'll be fine. Yeah, Countess has inherited a county from William Luke. So what happened to William? You died of pneumonia and your wife inherited the county from you. Fine. Time to let the tournament begin for the next 2 months. So we'll probably get a lot of pop-ups now about various different people doing stuff. We would like a larger retinue, if possible. There's some of the castle fortifications being built. So this will actually increase some people's opinion. I'm not going to go through and read them all out because there'll just be a, ton of annoying pop-ups. No known plots, couple of threats, nothing to really worry about. Let's have a quick look at the vassals. Most of them like me. There's a couple that dislike me, but nothing a little bit of gold couldn't sort out, to be honest. Either bribe them with a little bit of gold, or put them underneath somebody else so basically, if you're playing as a king, and you have a count that is your direct vassal, and that count doesn't like you, basically, you just make somebody that does like you into a duke, and make the count a vassal of the duke. Oh, what just happened on here? So my daughters arrived back in court because the Khan of Bursid was executed. Okay. So I've got to marry one of my daughters back off again now. So is that you? You are now unwed again. Yes, your husband was beheaded. So what have we got up here? Courtier, Count. Is that really all we can get in Gloucester? Fine, go off and do it. Just be gone, woman. Already got rid of you once. He accepts. Fantastic. Well, how's things doing in the rest of the world? Middle Francia is still blobbing out. France has grown a little bit. It's even somehow managed to get into southern England there. Mercia's not doing as well as it usually does. It's usually Mercia that ends up being most of England. It's actually Northumbria that has that has spread out here. Pickland's still doing fine. Sweden is blobbing out a little bit. You've managed to improve some relations there. The Umayyad are still occupying the majority of Iberia and Brittany as well. Byzantine Empire still a scary blob. But we're getting there. Hopefully when I get the new PC, I'll be able to zoom in and out of the map without horrible frame drop. That'll be an amazing thing. Because this game is running at a really low frames per second, to be honest. Even though it's not a graphically intensive game, there's a lot of processing power going on. And when you're recording with something like OBS, that is actually a processor-intensive piece of recording software. I used to use Shadowplay, because Shadowplay uses the video card's processing and rendering, which is fine until you start to drop frames and then the sound gets out of sync, which is why I switched over to OBS. But the problem with OBS, if you're playing a very processor-intensive game, then you get lots of frame drop. And I particularly noticed that when I was trying to record Planet Coaster. Count Geraldo's justice has brought peace to a troubled country. Fewer crimes are committed and fewer complaints are heard in the province. The peasants have never been happier. Fantastic. That's our steward getting some good work done. Apparently we can arrest somebody here. Funnily enough, this is actually our steward. Why can I arrest you? What have you done? You are trying to fabricate a claim on the Duchy of Friuli. If you'd mind not doing that, that'd be fantastic. Yep. Okay, so he's going to stop with that, which is good. This is just a revolt that isn't against me, so he might cut through my lands from time to time, but I don't think he's really going to cause too much of a problem. So, we have another son. So this son is going to be Kenny Wilson, who was a patron supporter from a little while ago, who actually came back. So thanks a lot for that, Kenny. It's very much appreciated. And that goes for everybody as well. Everybody that does support me on Patreon, I really, really do appreciate it. Because without you guys, I wouldn't be getting a new machine, which is hopefully going to allow me to produce more videos because I'll be able to render stuff out faster. This is one of the big problems I have at the moment, is when I'm trying to render videos out, I can't do anything else with the machine. So a lot of the time I either have to render out overnight, or literally just not record anything for a day while I spend a day rendering and uploading and stuff like that. So hopefully a machine that will render faster will allow me to make more videos. And I've also got the option then of being able to realistically do things in 60 frames a second instead of 30 frames a second. I could also upscale things to a higher resolution to upload them to YouTube so they'd look better quality as well. So there's various different options I can do there. And also I want to be able to play some newer games, and I'll still carry on with the games that I do now, the general assortment of strategy. But if you... the few of you that tuned into a stream I did a few months back when I was trying to play Endless Space 2, admittedly Endless Space 2 is still in development, but that game ran like a dog. I mean, it was like a flick book. I wasn't even getting a frame a second. It was completely unplayable. And again, it's partially because using OBS to stream. Anyway, I'm getting off track, but once again, thank you to all of those Patreon supporters because it really, really has helped out. You know, thumbs up to you guys. A Jewish exile fleeing persecution elsewhere in Europe has showed apart your court. He spent time abroad, has gifted him with many connections. By all accounts, he is an able diplomat and would make a fine chancellor. He would make a fine chancellor. His diplomacy of 18. He doesn't like me. But do I want to make you into my chancellor? You only have a diplomacy of 12, so get gone. You're my new chancellor. Congratulations. Who do we need to suck up to then? Let's have a look along the realm list. Never remember which button it is. Right click, right click. Everybody pretty much likes me. There's a random bishop that doesn't. We probably couldn't suck up to you even if we wanted to. You're the Bishop of Ravenna. Let's go ahead and send our Chancellor there. I think to improve relations with the Bishop, you actually need to use your Chaplain. But we will go ahead and try and improve diplomatic relations with you there. I still think it's the Chaplain you need to do. This is our... what? Steward? Managed to make her understand... No, what was this? Yeah, this is our Chancellor. Oh, so he's literally just arrived there. And he's already managing to... No, that's a different... That was our old Chancellor. What's going on? I'm confused. Something is not right. Can we get more levy? Almost. Using 550. So we still need to improve that levy a little bit. Get more barracks. I'm just trying to... I mean, obviously taking more land grants you more levy. That's one of the main things. Militia training ground. I guess we can get one of those now. They are quite cheap, so we should probably stop avoiding them. Castle fortifications I do want to get. Training grounds we want to get, because that's retinue size. What about Ferrara? You can't get the training grounds yet. Get some cavalry, I suppose. Let's go ahead and do that. Again, it's just waiting for the technology to spread in order to be able to do it. Again, clicking on all the wrong stuff. 3 years away now from being able to change the law. Oh no, the bishops. So you can actually improve relations with bishops. Fantastic. We have another son. Wow, Glenn, you are knocking these kids out. That is impressive. So who else do we have down on the list here? Let's have a quick look and see. We have... trying to find out which ones that I may have missed, and I'm not sure now. Right, let's look recycling back around again with some of these. Afro, can't remember if I added you to this one or not, but there you go. You are in. What was I going to build here? Castletown, extra income, yay. Do love that extra income. What about over here? We could upgrade the Castletown. Excuse me, I was trying to click on something. Very rude. I spent a fair bit of money there. Yeah, you are increasing. Wow, this Chancellor is really good. Should use him to fabricate a few claims on places here and there. We definitely want to... Do you know what? Can we actually move him yet? Because if we can start fabricating a claim on hope has died. If we can start fabricating a claim on that place, that'll be absolutely fantastic. So I'm getting really nervous now. We're already into March of 94. We're 68 years old. If we manage to do this, we're going to be 70 years old by the time we get that far. So I'm a little bit concerned. Managed to collect a tithe. That is nice. So yeah, we haven't managed to get the retinue cap up yet. Certainly having a bigger retinue. There are some retinues that you can get that are just like pure numbers. Like for instance, you get these cheap ones here, and for a really tiny retinue cap usage, you actually get 550 men as opposed to 250 men. Now the advantage to doing that is they're not necessarily a particularly strong retinue, but because you have so many numbers, whenever the AI tries to calculate whether or not it can beat you in a war, all it's really looking at is this number. It's looking at the total number of troops. It doesn't look at what type of troops. If you put 1,000 heavy infantry versus 1,000 archers or 1,000 light infantry in a head-up battle, the heavy infantry is going to win every time. But if you have 2,000 light infantry and 1,000 heavy infantry, to be honest, the 1,000 heavy infantry will still win, but the AI will look and go, well, hang on a minute, he's got 2-to-1 numbers, and it'll leave you alone. We fulfilled our ambition to see the realm prosper, which is fantastic, except now we don't have any more ambitions we can pick. So 29th of August 1984, we've got exactly 2 years now to sort of cling on to life in the hope we can get this done. Our current heir is still Carsten, who is still possessed. He has no diplomacy, even though he's diplomacy focused. Because that possession is... which is what's screwing up his diplomacy. He's cruel. He's greedy. He's shy. He's wrath. The homosexuality doesn't affect it. He is shrewd, which is offsetting it a little bit. I don't know if he's a fortune builder, which is hurting his diplomacy. But yeah, his diplomacy has a base of 4. Yeah, if he wasn't shrewd and family-focused, he would have -2 diplomacy. I don't think you can go into negatives, but he would have 0 diplomacy. 20% chance of us becoming brawny again. Oh, we actually got it. Fantastic. So that gives us an extra +1 health, which is just what we needed, to be honest. So I'm glad that came around. That couldn't have come at a better time. The people of Thrake have progressed beyond our own technological level. Brilliant. So we've gained some more technology points that we can start to spend. Not quite yet. We just need to wait for stuff to spread. Okay, I've got some money, so let's just go ahead and keep looking at what we might build. Oh, wow, she's done it again. That was quite quick. Let's have a quick look at the realm tree. Make sure there's nobody... And again, wow. She's really getting work done. Okay, so we have a vassal, the mayor of Cesena. Where are you? You are here, possibly? Yes. So why don't you like me? Did my chancellor screw something up? Insulted. Yeah, looks like my chancellor did screw something up. Worst case scenario, we can always give him a bribe or give him some sort of honorary title. There's always ways to fix these things. So we're not too concerned about that. Truces are expiring, which is with our old liege. So the 10 years is almost up on that. Which would mean if we actually managed to get this here, we would be able to declare war for this county. So we are now into July of 95. Come on, we only have to hang on for 1 more year. We're already 69. What have we got here? Telaldo has arrested an armed man with ragged armour and a spotty horse. He says the man claims to be a hedge knight, but clearly does not believe that statement. So Telaldo can lose some prestige, and his opinion of us will be reduced, or is clearly a bandit. We can lose some piety, gain some prestige, and he can gain some prestige. No, let's release him. Pisa prospers, Bologna prospers. Right, coming up to the 29th of August 95. Right, we've got 1 year left. Someone seeks to kill Carsten. We need to go and sort that out. I could just put this on auto end actually for a while. So that will sort of automatically resolve all of those. This is my daughter-in-law. Dragged her unfaithful spouse, Prince Glenn, before me and insists I should punish him. This is a waste of my time. Glenn's opinion... Well, this is why Glenn's had so many children, because he's unfaithful. Doesn't have any lovers. He's had 3 children. None of them seem to be bastards. A couple of days in the dungeon will do him good. He wouldn't like that very much. He will be locked in the stock, gain some piety. No, we're not too bothered about his the daughter-in-law's opinion, really, are we? So let's just have Glenn's opinion of me improve, because that seems far more useful than his wife's opinion. So we'll allow that to continue. So we're almost in to 896. There we go. We are now into 896. So we only have a short time to go before we can go ahead and change this succession law. Hopefully, all of my vassals have a positive opinion of me. And in fact, at the moment, they all do, which is very, very good. We also have ourselves a claim. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, what I think I should do as well is move my Chancellor, fabricate a claim somewhere else. Let's go and get random claims over here, because you are owned by the random queen of somewhere who has hardly any... Yeah, we're going to pick on some of these minor little kings and queens over here and start nicking some of their provinces from them. Because obviously we can't just keep picking on Lombardy now, because every time we take one province, we're going to end up with a truce, which is then going to stop us from being able to take another province for another 10 years. Now, I'm going to end this video very soon. I'm just waiting until we can change the focus. The crown law, the election law, I'm hoping that we get there very, very soon. You are my grandson. You lack an education focus. You don't have any particular traits in here. Your martial might be decent, so let's go for... Actually, let's go for thrift, because thrift is actually a good all-around one that you can get. We're getting the Christmas music again. Still making decent money. How much money are we making? Still doing well from tributes. Nearly 300 per year. Things are still going good. Okay, we're into September. Firenze prospers. Come on, just hang on in there. Actually, we've gone past it, haven't we? We're in October, so we've done it. So if we go into laws, and we go into... where are we? Inheritance. We want elective monarchy. Let's go ahead and do it. Click that button, and there we go. We have elected monarchy. So we've got some unlanded sons. It's only Glenn. We need to nominate a successor, which... probably should be Glenn, to be honest. I mean, he's got decent. He's got decent martial. I mean, he is deceitful and lustful, but he is brave. He's gluttonous, but if we can get him in, then that will be fine. Either way, we are over that 20-minute mark, so I'm going to end things there. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying Crusader Kings 2. I'll see you on the next video, and until then, goodbye for now.